When you walk in a room and you enter with a resting bitch face, there is no way you're going to become a likable person, because the first thing people are going to remember is that resting bitch face. So don't enter in a room like you're ready to slap people, you're ready to go with people. You have to give people just a little taste of what you can offer. You need to detach yourself from judgment. There are people that are quirky, they're very loud, they're very like out there, but you find that people actually like them, and you're like, why is that person being loud and shouting and people like this person? What are these people crazy and mad? I've clicked on this video because you want to become a more likable person. But the question I'm going to ask you, what does character say about you? What does the energy that you have around you say about you? What does your communication say about you? What does your physical body say about you? Because those things are to make you a likable person or not a likable person. And we are going to talk about it. And by the time you finish this video, you're going to become a likable person. And trust me, the energy is going to shift from feeling like everybody hates you to everybody liking you. So hey, my name is Lucy, and do not forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and get ready for more videos like this to flow. So you want to become a likable person. You've seen people that walk into a room, everybody likes them, everybody wants to talk to them, everybody wants to be around them, and you're wondering, what are they doing, what are they giving for them to be that, to have that influence on people, for them to be that kind of person to other people. And that all comes down on you as a person. It's not about fame, it's not about what you have, it's not about the things that you accomplish, but it's about you yourself who's watching this particular video. Now it comes down to your character, you as a person, you as a package. If you want to become a likable person, you have to start working on your character. What you do when you walk into a room, what you say to people, what attention you give to people. This is not about people pleasing, it's not about pleasing people and making people feel happy. No, the first step to becoming a likable person is literally loving yourself, owning up to yourself, and living in your own self. There is no way you're going to expect people to like you when you hate your own existence. You hate your own self. You hate how you feel, how you look, how you do everything. People cannot like you when you hate yourself. It doesn't work like that. Maybe they will for a certain point, but then they will stop, because people cannot like you if you really hate yourself. It cannot work like that. So you want to be a likable person, you need to start loving yourself. You need to be in your own self. Immerse yourself in your own being, in who you are. There are people that are quirky, they're very loud, they're very like out there, but you find that people actually like them, and you're like, why is that person being loud and shouting and people like this person? What are these people crazy and mad? No, they're not crazy and mad, but in that shouting and that doing whatever they're doing, they are living their own true self. You're feeling shy, you're like holding yourself onto and living in a cage and saying, oh my god, if I do this, people are going to judge me, people are going to do this and that. No, you have to get away from the point of like, judgment is not part of it. You want to become a likable person, you need to detach yourself from judgment, because when you start thinking what other people think, when you start living in other people's brains, you are not going to live like a likable person. You're not going to be a likable person, because you're thinking, what is this person gonna say? What if I say something wrong? Are they going to talk about me or say something behind my back? No, you have to live in your true self, your true form. That's why it's so important to immerse yourself in the kind of person you are. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't be ashamed of how you speak, how you look, how you do everything. Live in your true authentic self. The other one is that you have to learn how to communicate and talk to people. If you want to be a likable person, you want people to like you, you need to work on your communication skills. You need to pay attention to what people say. Small little details, small little things that people say, elaborate on them. When someone talks about something, ask them more questions about it. Engage in that conversation. Don't be that kind of person that when someone says something, you keep quiet and you just let it be. Be engaged in a conversation. Be in tune with that conversation that someone is talking about, Remember tiny little details. The most important effective thing that myself makes me like people is meeting them again and they remember something that I said. It's not about memory, it's not about this and that. I pick something that I can remember about that person, and then that thing sticks with me. Next time I have a conversation with them, I remember them from that particular thing. Remembering those tiny little details of things that people have said to you makes you a very likable person. People like people who remember. People like people who pay attention, who listen to what they are saying, who communicate, like they are in that conversation. I have met so many people, or I've had friends who have met certain kind of influencers, and they remember them for how much of a conversation they had within a space of a minute. you know, and that conversation has lived with them till now, and they're like, oh my God, I like this person is a likable person. No, they have mastered the art of communicating even when the noise around them is too much, even when the noise around them is so loud, they pay attention to the person that they are talking to. So you need to learn on your communication skills. Then we need to work on your physical self. What does your physical body say? I personally, when I say this, it comes to me as well. I have this resting bitch face. Now look at this. This is me when I'm quiet. This is literally me when I'm quiet. But when I smile, you ought to smile, because my smile is like this. This is how I literally smile. So do you see the difference? So the question is, what does your physical body say about you? When you walk in a room and you enter with a resting bitch face, there is no way you're going to become a likable person, because the first thing people are going to remember is that resting bitch face. Oh my God, you can't talk to her. Look at how she's looking. She's just like ready to hit us, ready to slap us. Just enter with a smile. Enter with a softness about yourself when you get in a place. Enter with this kind of like softness, energy around you when you enter in a room. Don't enter in a room like you're ready to fight people. Don't enter in a room like you're ready to slap people. You're ready to go boom, 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 boom with people. No, forget about the resting bitch face. Don't be like, oh, this kind of thing. No, enter in a room and feel like free. You know, enter and you're like, you know, when someone looks at you, you just smile back at them, you know. When someone, you know, stares at you, you just sort of give them that nice, lovely smile. That in itself is going to create a different energy, and you just become generally likable. Someone will be like, oh my God, I just want to speak to that person. I want to communicate to that person. I want to say something to that person, because you enter the room with a softness with yourself. You can't enter in a room like you're ready to give it all, like fight. No, you have to enter in a room with this kind of softness, this kind of energy. You know, be confident, walk up, put your chin up, walk straight, like you know every corner in that room. Even if you don't know anything, just walk into that place like you know everything. The other one is educating yourself and becoming more informative about anything. If you're going to an event, you're going to a party, you're going somewhere, pick up some information about the people that are going, the type of party or the type of events that you're going to. When you inform yourself about it, it can make you more of a likable person, because people will be like, oh my God, she's so knowledgeable, she's this and that. No, you just Googled before you got to the place, you know, to literally know more about the, I say that too many to know more about the place and all that kind of thing. Inform yourself about that kind of thing, you know, the event that you're going to. It gives you that kind of energy. And communicate as well. Don't forget to say hello, hi, how are you doing? Get yourself out, get yourself into that energy of saying, hey, hello, how are you? Oh my God, I like your dress. Oh my God, you look lovely, or you look wonderful. Create that kind of environment and that kind of, you know, situation. Inform yourself, be more informative, and just know so many things. The other point is that you have to give people just a little taste of what you can offer. Now that is a teaser. You just have to give a little bit of a test on what you can offer people. Not extremely like everything or whatever you can give them. No, just a little bit of test is more than enough to make you that kind of likable person. Have contact with people. You know, have a body contact. When I say body contact, not too far as touching the body on the outside, okay? Just to make it clear, have a little bit of body contact. When you're talking to people and you gently touch them, you gently give them a gesture, you kind of like look them in the eye, you know, that contact that you make with people is so important. It makes you a likable person, you know. Just bringing them forward or just touching them and saying, oh, I like your watch, or I like this and that. You are creating that kind of energy. Psychologically, you are creating something that creates an attachment, you know. It's like, I was reading this book, and he's talking, this psychology book, and it said that when, you know, someone touches you, you instantly turn around and flinch. But when that person's hand stays on you, your body adapts to that touch and it becomes comfortable within that environment. It stops sending signals. Your brain stops sending signals to the nerve, or the nerve stops, other way around, I don't know which way, stop sending signals that this is a foreign body. It's now an accepted body. It's the same thing. When you touch someone gently, they'll have that kind of flinch, but as you continuously just touch, just gently, it will become like something that is acceptable to that person, and it will become a comfortable thing. That comfort that you feel when someone else, you know, touches you, or someone, you know, gives you that kind of hand, it makes you feel comfortable, and it makes you a sort of a likable person, which is a really good thing. So don't get embarrassed by, you know, touch in places that everybody can see, okay? In public. Just saying, you know, touch someone gently. Those gentle gestures, that eye contact that you give with someone, makes you a very likable person. The last point that I'm going to talk about that should have gone in my lucky girl syndrome is that you have to remember that you are who you are. You're nobody else. You are who you are. Create that environment of you saying, I belong in this place, people like me, and I like people. You can't be that kind of person that hates people and expects people to love them, you know. You have to create that environment in which you say to yourself, if I walk into a room and I don't have the best conversations, or people don't want to talk to me, or people don't want to communicate to me, it is okay. I have done my best, and those who will like me will like me. You can't enter in a room and expect 100 people, 99 of them to like you. No. Out of the 100 people, if you get at least 50 or 40, it's more than enough, because that other percentage of people, maybe you didn't speak to them, maybe they didn't pay attention, maybe you're not for them, and that is okay. That is literally okay. But you have to work on certain things about your own self if you want to become that person that, you know, everybody likes, or that person that people that people like, that people enjoy being around. You know, have that sense of humor, bounce off, you know, conversations and things like that. Laugh, smile, you know, engage in things, be around people. I'm not saying be very active, because some people are introverts, you know, in a way, but try to create that energy in which if you stand next to someone and you're comfortable standing next to that person, have a conversation with them, talk to them. Don't just stand there and just look about and just be like, okay, cool, this and that. No, there is psychology that comes, you know, being that kind of likable person. There is that kind of environment. Don't think that people like this person because there's a difference, you know, celebrity or whatever it is, you know, it's completely different. But even those celebrities, to become likable and what people like to see and be around, there are certain things that they do that people like them. That's why you find some celebrities saying, oh my God, you know, sorry, you find some people saying, oh my God, you don't want to meet that celebrity. Oh my God, you don't want to meet her. She was nasty. She didn't even say hi. She didn't even say hello. It has happened to me. I've gone to events where I've met certain influencers that I've really wanted to meet. And the way they have talked to me, the way they have looked at me, the way they have communicated back to me just put me off. And I'm like, no. But there are some that I do remember that I've had conversations with, that I've talked to, that have given me a minute of their time to literally talk to me. And I feel like, oh my God, I want to meet this person again because of how they made me feel. So yeah, it's so important that you do all those kind of things in a way. If you want a part 2, let me know. But that's all I can say right now. If you want to be a likable person, you need to follow these steps, because I promise you, once you follow these things, you do these things over and over again, you're going to be a likable person. You're going to create a rapport. A rapport is a history of where you have been, and people talk, and you know, the best word communication is word of mouth. But anyway, I'm not saying that you want to be a celebrity, but just be that kind of likable person that people remember your presence in every room that you've been in. Okay, have a lovely day, enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video.